All right, third graders, we are gonna do a really fun project, but here's the thing. It is kind of a hard project, okay? This first step of folding the paper is gonna be the hardest part of the entire thing. And lots of you are gonna get it wrong. Lots of you are not gonna understand, or you're gonna mess up, and that's okay. Just everybody pay attention, help each other. If you get it and your neighbor doesn't, help them out. If I'm going too fast, just raise your hand and the sub can pause the video for you, okay? The first thing that we're gonna do, usually the first thing that we do is we put our name on the back with pencil, but we're gonna wait. Have your paper be vertical, remember, horizontal, vertical, okay? So we're going to fold your paper in half. So bring the top of your paper to the bottom. Make sure everything is totally lined up before you push down to crease it, okay? Crease, crease, there you go. Okay, open it back up. Okay, we just split it in half. Now, pay attention. Grab the top of your paper and we are going to bring it down and then stick our other finger here and meet the top of our paper with the middle of our paper, okay? So it's gonna look like this. Before you do anything, I'm gonna show you one more time, okay? So I have the top of my paper. I'm going to bring it down until I can see the back of the paper, and here's the edge, and I meet it just like this, okay? And now when you stand it up, it's like it's a little mountain. Okay, now we're gonna do the same thing on the bottom. So we're going to push this up and then meet the edge of the paper to this fold, and then we crease it, okay? So now you should have 1, 2, 3 lines. This is where it gets really tricky, okay? So if you folded like you're supposed to, you should have a mountain here and a mountain here. We're going to bring the peak of the mountain, so start at the top. We're gonna bring the peak of the mountain to the middle fold of the paper, just like that, okay? So watch. Here's my first fold that we did. This is the peak of the mountain. I'm gonna bring it to the middle of the paper and then I crease it down. Then we do the exact same thing on the bottom. Here's the peak of my mountain. I bring it slowly and carefully to the middle of my paper and then I crease it. So it should look like this. All right. And it sort of pops up like that, but that's okay. And then when you open it, it goes like this. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creases. All right. So when I say close your paper, it's gonna look like this, okay? So now is the time that you flip it over and you write your name. Make sure you write neatly enough that I can tell whose name it is, okay? That's my name, Mrs. Snyder. Flip it back over. Have your paper be closed, so you might have to hold it down with one hand, and grab a pencil. On the left side of your paper, draw a little line, just like that, not too close to the edge. And on the right, do the same. Just draw lightly, okay? Now, I'm going to start drawing my fish. My fish is going to be facing this way. So here's the top of my fish. And then it's going to come down. And then my fin, my back tail fin, it's going to come like this, okay? I could do a scalloped line right here. I could do a straight line, I could do a curvy line, okay? It is whatever you would like. So I'm gonna go like this. Okay, there's the bottom of my tail. I come back up. And then here's my fish. Your fish does not have to look like mine. In fact, I would love if it would look like your fish, okay? So I'm going to draw my eye, and you could draw any kind of eye you want. It could be really cartoony, it could have lashes, it could have angry eyebrows, I don't care. Make it your fish, okay? I'm gonna have my fish looking down, just like this. Okay, and maybe I want one of his little fins to go right here. And I'll draw the fins like this. And I could draw the back fin like that too. Take your time, don't go fast. Okay, now open your paper. Here's what we're gonna do. The first thing that we do, have this part, this little line that we drew, have that go down just a little bit, just past this crease, okay? This will be the front of the mouth. Then the bottom of the front of the mouth, right there. Just draw a little bit. Just draw a little bit past this line, okay? And then whatever you had for your tail, you're going to repeat. So I had this for my tail, and then it was more of a curvy line over here. And now I can add these lines. Okay, now you're going to draw the mouth of your fish, and this is like the most fun part. So it could go like this and have sort of like a angry face, or maybe the fish is smiling while it eats something. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do this line again because I kind of liked it, but make it your fish. Don't do exactly what I do. And maybe I want like another fin right here. Yeah, why not, right? Okay. Now I want my fish to be eating something. I have a few rules about this, okay? There's no blood. It can be eating another fish, it could be eating a jellyfish, it could be eating trash. I had a student who did, you know, water bottles and trash and recycling stuff and trash bags right here, which I thought was really cool. I've seen people do a pirate ship, that kind of stuff. So it can be whatever you want, but there can't be any blood, is my only rule, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna have these smaller fish. And he's looking up, and behind him, and he's really worried. So here's his eyebrow. And if you want your big fish to have teeth, he can have teeth, but there can't be blood on the teeth. So you can go like this. I did have a student draw green stuff in the teeth, so it looked like he didn't get all of his food out of his teeth, which I think is fine. You could have a little bit of a tongue coming up here. I don't care. Make it your fish. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. I don't want you to do exactly what I'm doing. Okay? Now, we are going to make a pattern. We're going to make several patterns, I guess. So, what you're gonna do, grab your pencil, okay? And remember, a pattern is just something that repeats. So that can be a shape or a line. And all the way down our fish, we're gonna have different patterns. So I already kind of have a pattern here. I have these horizontal, slightly curved lines for the back fin, and that's fine. And then I have this scalloped line for the edge of the tail fin, right? But I'm gonna go ahead and do some shapes. When you're doing shapes, please make them look nice. Don't have your circles look like that, you know? You're old enough, you can do better. So I'm just gonna do a bunch of little shapes and repeat them. That way I have a pattern, because a pattern is something that repeats, okay? I'll have a zigzag line right here, and then I go around the eye, and then we'll do another one. So I can color it in. I think that would be fun. Okay, here's a curly line. I'll do another shape. So maybe some squares. I have a little tip for you, okay? When you're working on your patterns, do the top part a little bit, then close your fish and continue your pattern, right? Then when you open it up, it still looks okay. And when it's closed, it still looks okay. So I'm gonna speed up the video a bit. You guys can see exactly what I'm doing. You will notice that I am closing and opening and closing and opening the fish. That's just to make sure I have everything where I want it. And yeah. All right, our fish is totally decked out, open and closed. Now he just looks like a normal little fish. And now it's like, uh-oh, look at that guy. All right, so the next part you're gonna do is you're going to take a black marker and you're going to trace over everything that you've done. And you're gonna say, oh, Mrs. S, why do we have to do that? And I want people to hear you because this is a video. You're just gonna have to do it anyway. So go ahead and very carefully, very neatly trace over everything that you've drawn. Okay, now that you've gone over everything with marker, I want you to take a big eraser, not a pencil eraser like I have. But you're gonna take a big eraser and just go over everything and make sure that you erase any pencil marks because I don't want it to look messy. You guys are third graders now, and I know that you guys can do better than that. So go ahead, erase everything, and then we will get to coloring. All right, before you start coloring, just running this by you, you don't have to do it. Some people like to do it. You could have like little things of seaweed at the bottom, okay? Or maybe like some seashells, or maybe some bubbles. You don't have to do these, but I know lots of students who are really excited about this. So there's some bubbles. You could add those, but you don't have to. What I really want is just making sure that both of your fish, or your fish and whatever the heck it's eating, are completely lined in your black marker. And then you're going to grab some crayons and you're gonna color everything in. So do I want you to grab a crayon and just go like this, and just go like this, and just have your whole fish be orange? No. Anywhere that you have a space that can be filled in, I want you to fill it in with a different color. So with these squares, I can fill all of those in orange, and then what's behind it can be something different. Or if you just have a space between lines, okay? Like, I don't really have anything here, but I can still fill it in, right? And then what is next to that line, or whatever it is I'm coloring, will be a different color, okay? You can go rainbow, you can have it be your favorite colors, I don't care. But really take your time, do your best, color in neatly, don't scribble, don't go like this, okay? Fill in all the white space. Really show me you know what you're doing. That's my challenge. Show me how well you can listen to directions, because I haven't met you guys yet. We're still figuring each other out, you know? And I want to know exactly what I'm working with. So that's my challenge for you, is to do your best so I can see exactly what your best looks like. So color the entire fish, and then when you're done, you can color the background. So make sure that there are enough blue crayons for everybody. All right, you guys, I have everything totally colored, and when we fold him back up, he looks just like a totally normal fish going for a totally normal swim. I hope you guys enjoy this project as much as I do. I know it's a really hard one, especially with the folding, but it is just so fun, and I get to see how creative all of you are. So I'm very, very excited to see what you guys do, and yeah, I'll see you next time. See ya.